Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
Hello, Tuesday. Between the ropes. We're gonna break down the Royal Rumble tonight. I'm the host, Big B. Brought to you by Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am also joined with the working man, Crispy Bacon. How you doing?
Doing good. Currently, I guess you could say iced in, snowed in, whatever. But other than that, pretty good.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Now below us, she's the EST Between the Ropes. Christy, how you doing?
I'm good. Ready to talk the Royal Rumble and how awesome it was.
Yeah, we'll get into our feelings. I think I might be the minority in it, but we'll see what happens. So let's kick it off with the men's Royal Rumble, just like they did.
Yep.
Number one and number two, to me, was kind of a shocker. Gunther and Sheamus, 1 and 2. Chris, what did you think of that entrance right there?
Yeah, number one and number two don't normally last that long in a Royal Rumble.
Nope.
I mean, it's happened before where the person coming out number one, does last long and has won before, but it's pretty rare. I think Gunther set a record, some kind of record.
The time in the ring, yep.
Yeah, longest amount of time in the Rumble. He did set that record.
So I think that was good. And it was kind of a surprise overall to have the men's Rumble start first. Normally it's the women's Rumble that starts first.
Yeah, they probably wanted to shake things up. So Chrissy, 1 and 2 being Gunther and Sheamus. What's your thoughts on that?
It was very surprising, but I was very impressed by how long Gunther lasted in the Rumble match, over an hour, and I think he did an incredible job in that match for lasting as long as he did. I mean, he was amazing.
Yeah, he definitely did last a while. So we'll go through the quick recap of who was in. Number 3 was Miz. 4 was Kofi. 5 was Johnny Gargano. 6 was Xavier Woods. 7, Karen Cross. Gable was 8. Drew McIntyre, 9. And Santino Escobar was 10. No surprises in the top 10.
Nope.
Or the first 10, I should say. So,
well, I mean, if you want to count Pat McAfee.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah,
he wasn't in the match.
He was. It was kept under wraps that he was coming back, and he was also offered a spot in the Rumble. So,
I kind of had, I kind of had that prediction. Like, watch, he's gonna enter the Rumble. That would be his return.
So
no, he came back to commentary and shocked the hell out of both Michael Cole and Corey Graves.
I heard Cole didn't know.
Nope, none of them.
No, Cole did not know. None of them.
Nope.
No, he was excitedly talking about it. He FaceTime McAfee earlier in the day and everything like that now. And there's Pat McAfee doing the whole, if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you, Corey Graves. Suck it.
So we got at 11, Angelo Dawkins, Brock Lesnar at 12, Bobby Lashley at 13, Corbin at 14, 15 was Seth Rollins, 16 was Otis, 17 was Mysterio, scratched. We'll see how they play that one out because they are reporting that he was injured at SmackDown. 18 was Dominic, 19th was Elias, 20th was Finn Balor. Again, in the top 20, we haven't had any surprises yet.
Nope.
No,
but we did. I do want to talk about the Bobby Lashley, Brock together, and even throw Gunther in there.
Mm-hmm.
Brock got eliminated by Bobby very quickly.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought. But do we see any buildup between any combination of those three guys? So, Christy, what do you think?
I'm going to go. There's probably going to be buildup between Lesnar and Lashley. I mean, because these two have been going at it, and I don't see their feud ending anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Could continue all the way until WrestleMania.
Chris?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of these matches or matchups either build for. I don't think they're going to build for Chamber. I think they're going to wait for that for WrestleMania. But I think you're going to see, like Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar in a match down the road. You're going to see, Ray and Dominic at WrestleMania. I think they're going to build that where, Dominic, went to the back and, tore his mask off or something. I don't know, but they're going to have.
We don't know what happened.
But there's a lot of matchups in that grouping.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'd like to see Gunther and Lesnar. I believe we're going to get Brock and Bobby. And we should probably get Finn, or not Finn. I'm sorry, Ray and Dominic. So then the final 10, we got our first surprise in Booker T. We got Damian Priest.
Can you dig it, sucker?
We got Montez Ford. We got Edge. We got Theory. We got Omos. Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Logan Paul, another big shocker. And then eventually number 30, Cody Rhodes, who went on to win it. So
yes.
We had a couple shockers in the second group. Possibly a couple storylines building. Logan Paul and Seth Rollins kind of went at it a little bit.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Of course, you got Edge and Judgment Day.
Finn.
And of course, Cody Rhodes winning it. So, Chrissy, what's your thoughts on overall the Rumble?
Overall, the men's Rumble match, it was predicted Cody was going to win, but I was surprised that it didn't end with a quick elimination when it got down to him and Gunther. Because, Gunther, like I said, he was amazing in that match. He lasted a long time. He and Cody, oh, wow. That is definitely something that if Cody beats Roman at WrestleMania and Gunther loses the IC title, I'd like to see Gunther be Cody's first feud as champion.
Oh, that might be a good one.
That's something to consider at least.
Yeah.
No, the Rumble overall was good. I thought the best moment of the night was, I think it was Ricochet and
Logan Paul.
The collision midair.
Yeah, the collision midair.
To be able to, okay, again, we bring this up at least once every month. We know it's scripted, but to be able to script that and time that perfectly,
you had to practice.
Amazing on both.
Oh my God! Yeah,
they pulled it off beautifully.
Yeah,
that was
both Ricochet and Logan Paul. It was spot on, perfect.
But then the other one, when Edge got eliminated by all three, Judgment Day members,
guys,
he went chasing after him.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we're going to see we're either going to see a 6-person tag, and we're going to get Judgment Day, and Rhea versus Edge and Beth Phoenix and Mysterio. We could possibly get it with Cody Rhodes too in there before Mania.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting to see what happened. But are you guys shocked that there wasn't more legends in there or more surprises? I think you're kind of shaking your head there.
Yeah, I was
some you could have legends, but
but I'm just glad there weren't that many surprises, except for Booker T, who I was not expecting at all, because he's doing commentary, whether it's doing the kickoff show or doing his normal gig on NXT.
Yep.
So that was he was definitely a shocker in terms of, but I think it was in terms of Legends, at least they didn't have a whole ton of them come out.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I like to I like to have them pop up once in a while, but I mean, right now WWE's got just a massive roster with NXT, Raw, and SmackDown that they don't really need them.
Nope.
So unless they add, 5 more spots, I don't think we're gonna see many Legends. Are we shocked that Cody was at number 30?
Nope.
I was a little.
Honest, me, not really. Though I would have been more surprised if he'd come in a little earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
But he came in number 30, and I'm like, well.
I thought for sure he'd come in between 20 and 25-ish.
I was thinking like 15, 20.
Because I've been reading a lot of people are upset that Cody was 30 because you almost knew then he was going to win the Rumble.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't fill Ray's spot at the last minute.
Right.
That's what I.
Knowing that he was injured.
They should have had somebody come in, but I mean, I don't think any of us knew about it until we noticed his music goes off and he's not coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the reports started flowing afterwards that he was injured.
Yep.
But they could have played it out that he got attacked backstage, and then
Dominic
takes his spot, and then somebody comes out, later. So
and I think they will, but we were watching it, and I thought, after Cody came out, I thought, well, wait, you're gonna have 2 more people. Which one come out? Because
Kofi
got knocked
Ray,
out.
and then Kofi got knocked out.
Kofi got legit. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, Ray was injured. He never showed up. It was a total botch.
Yeah. And that was what I think he said, second or third time that happened.
Right.
Back-to-back years, he said. He hit the corner of the announce table, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and he's like, R.I.P. He won't do that.
Rest in peace. Yeah. See you in the next Wednesday, Kofi.
So second match, we got the Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight pitch black match. Turned, as somebody said, I think it was Sarge said, it turned into almost like a rave setting.
Well,
I didn't know what to expect.
Fluorescent colors definitely gave me that vibe as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the crazy colors and everything, and
the neon.
Yeah, all the neon and everything.
So, Chrissy, what did you think of the match?
It was weird and it was quick. I thought it would be longer, but and there was even one point where Bray has like a different mask, he's different contacts in, he's got fangs, and he almost looks like the Predator almost.
Yep.
And then the ending of the whole thing, LA Knight knocked out, and you have Uncle Howdy, whoever is in that costume. I think I heard he was supposed to hit LA Knight, but he botched it.
Oh yeah, I heard.
And they had some pyro, and I was like, okay, this is really freaky.
Yeah.
Chris, but overall, it was pretty cool though.
Yeah. So, Chris, what did you think of the match?
No, the match was cool. I wish it was a little longer.
Me too.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah. I was at work. I tried to watch most of it. I don't know. I guess I just didn't get into it because it kind of just threw me off with all the neons and stuff.
Yeah.
But Howie coming off the top of the structure, and then
you had the Firefly characters.
Yep.
Yeah. Then the then the
Firefly, the buzzard, the pig.
So it's going to be interesting to see if they still bring out the White Six, as everybody's been calling them. But
I think WWE's officially calling them the Cult of Wyatt. That's what they're calling it.
Oh my god! Wow.
So we'll see where that goes. Being Bray's first match back, it went quick. So.
And you figured that he was going to win.
Review right now. They gave it a C-.
You figured that Bray was going to win it because the graphic they showed for him had the Mountain Dew logo and all that. He's like, yeah, he
Definitely
probably
had-
didn't win this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then we move into the women's title match. Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. Chris, what did you think of that match?
It wasn't bad. It kind of fed into Bray Wyatt's match a little bit at the end. But I mean,
Yeah, with the
overall,
cryptic message.
yeah,
The cryptic message, yeah.
yeah.
Are
but
you
it-
really in control, Alexa?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
showed that
Are
on
you?
Raw a couple weeks ago. But no, overall, it was a good match. I think Belair is going to be champ up until WrestleMania. I don't know what will happen after that, but I know at least leading up to Mania, she'll probably have the title in hand.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. She'll have that title for
So, Chris, what did
probably
you
well
think?
over a year. It was not a bad match between Bianca and Alexa. The whole Bray Wyatt coming in at the end, like, are you really in control, Alexa? And all that. I think Alexa and Bianca put in a good match, but no, I agree with Chris. I think Bianca's gonna have that title well into WrestleMania.
Yeah,
maybe even
I
past
think
it.
so too.
Yeah.
So there wasn't. Oh, there wasn't. Okay, I'm missing one match. Okay.
Oh.
So
Right.
next we got the Women's Royal Rumble. Well, first for me, yeah, that match was good. Predictable. I wouldn't say so predictable. I kind of went either way. I think it would have been better if Bliss would have won, but Belair winning, I think, just solidifies that. Yeah, she's going to keep her for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now we got the Women's Royal Rumble. So 1 and 2 started off with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
Ooh.
Then you got Dana Brooke, you got Emma, you got Shayna Baszler, you got Bailey, you got B-Fab, you got Roxy Perez, you got Dakota Kai, and you got Io Sky. Any surprises in those top 10 there? I mean,
NXT.
Yeah, Roxanne Perez definitely was a surprise.
Yeah, a couple of NXT.
Yep.
I was
especially
actually surprised that Rhea came out number 1.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I thought she would have came out deeper.
Yep.
So
Maybe she wanted to make history, I guess.
yeah, and
Maybe that
B-Fab was the first one eliminated. She was
I'm okay with
eliminated pretty
that.
quickly.
I'm okay with that.
So
Yeah,
we
me
got
too.
Natalia, who came out in a nice looking outfit. I gotta say
She looked great.
yeah. Was at 11. Candice LeRae at 12. Zoe Starks at 13.
Mhm.
Okay.
Asuka.
No, not Oscar. Xiali. I know.
Oh, Xia Li.
Xia Li.
I don't know why I always have trouble. I always have trouble pronouncing her name. The man, Becky Lynch, Tegan Knox, Asuka, who came out and kind of did a cross between Asuka and her character she uses over in New Japan. I think it is.
Kana.
Yeah.
Kana. Yeah.
Kana.
Number
the
18.
mask was, wow.
Chrissy's favorite wrestler finally got her name back. Piper Neville.
Formerly known as Dewdrop.
Tamina came out, and then Chelsea Green. So
yeah,
a lot of surprises.
A lot of surprises.
Chelsea,
a few surprises in that. I mean, I think the biggest surprise was Dewdrop getting her name back. Piper
Nevin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I was glad. I was like, finally.
Yeah. And then in the last 10, you got Selena Vega, you got Raquel Rodriguez, Minchi.
Mia Yim.
Mia Yim, yep. Lacey Evans, sorry guys. Michelle McCool, which I thought was pretty cool. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Indy Hartwell, Sonya Deville, Shotzi, Nikki Cross, and then another surprise in Nia Jax. So, so what did you guys think of the last 10 there?
I think number 30 is going to have a major part coming up.
I doubt it. It sounds like a one-off.
No.
I've heard it was.
Yeah,
because
but
I heard she has not signed a deal with WWE.
even though they have merch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
they
think
can get
so.
merch out just to satisfy any conflicts in the back. I don't know. I was kind of shocked to see her. That was probably the biggest shocker in the women's and maybe even in the men's. Her coming out.
Oh.
You know, Tamina came out. Michelle McCool, who was sitting ringside, and then her music plays, and I'm like, wait a minute, is she going back? And then they show her sitting there, and she's like playing off that she's shocked, and of course she jumps up there and takes care of business. She looks like she can still go. I mean,
she looks amazing.
For like several weeks, she's been tweeting and stuff saying WWE never caught, and I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what she put on.
And it could have been a last minute thing. I mean, it could have been, you know.
But she's like, I'll be sitting in the crowd for sure. It is like a block away from me.
Yeah.
But the winner eventually, as we all know, is Rhea Ripley. So she's the first woman to go 1 to 30.
And the first Australian.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she made history, which I think is what was her intention when she got that number 1 starting spot. Is like, oh, I can make history by going the distance here, like some men have tended to do before, like Edge, for example.
And the one thing with the Rumble is, again, we all know it's, they all play it out. I kind of wish that they would not play it out and just let them kind of decide in the ring themselves who would go out and stuff. I mean, because we kind of all figured Rio was going to win the Cody. I know some people thought maybe Sammy would get in the men's Royal Rumble and win, but I think between the group, I think we all had Cody and Rio winning.
Yeah, I almost thought if Asuka had not had if Liv had not gotten accidentally spit in the face by Asuka, then I think the result would have been a little bit different. But
and there's
it happened the way that it happened.
Yeah. Well, there is actually controversy. People are pointing out that when Rio was hanging there, that her feet touched, both of her feet touched, and So.
I scanned the picture a little bit closer, and it looks like her toes, I think, on her right foot were touching, but her left foot was not touching the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I
looked.
know.
I zoomed in a little closer on the shot, and I'm like,
let's not be the NFL and rule that. I mean,
exactly.
Honestly,
this is not the NFL.
Nobody's gonna point it out unless she would have lost her grip on the rope, and then
she had a pretty good strong grip on it.
So
it's like, nope, she's out.
All right. So before we get into the final match, I want to get you guys' grade so far with the matches we've already talked about. So, Chrissy, what is your grade so far?
B-.
B-, okay. Chris?
Yep.
I would say a B. I mean,
A
he
B?
did rid of the concert.
Yeah,
all right. Well, I'm going to start controversy
was
here because I'm not going to give it an F, not going to give it a D. But I am going to give it an incomplete. And here's why. The Rumbles were good. The 2 matches were decent. To me, the Rumble always started to build towards something. And yes, we talked about Brock Lesnar, probably Gunther Rhodes, But I just didn't get the feel that the Rumble was setting up for anything besides just who's going to win. The two matches that they had, hopefully Bliss and Belair are done for a while. I don't think we're going to get LA Knight and Bray Wyatt anymore. So
I think that feud's over.
Yeah. The Women's Rumble, again, didn't build up to anything. I thought maybe we see Beth Phoenix in there. That could have built something up with the Rhea. So action packed, great. To me, if we look back, if we get to the Rumble or Mania, and we can look back and be like, okay, this is where it all started, then I just think the build up towards WrestleMania did not start off so well. So I give the first part of the card an incomplete.
I feel like the men's Rumble kind of set up several matches.
And possibly, like I said, I didn't feel it I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel they did. Now, like
well,
I said,
think that
if
definitely
we go down the
potential
road and we
feuds
start
are
seeing
going to come out of
matches being
this.
built, then yeah, I think we definitely can look back and we can say, you know, this is where it all started. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
right now I just don't see. Now those matches, I don't see any build up. Trust me. Now
Right.
let's get into the main event.
Yes, let's do that.
The
We got
big
Universal Championship between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Reigns only came out with Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman.
Yep.
So Chrissy, the match itself before the final, before what happened at the end, what's your thoughts on that?
Whoa! I mean, let's give KO some credit for really he put up one hell of a fight against Roman, and there were a couple of moments I thought KO almost had it, but jeez, wow! I was all gonna say wow.
Chris,
and then we'll get to how it all ended. Yeah.
I mean, it was a good match overall. Kind of like the Rumble matches, we kind of knew who was going to come out on top. But I mean, Kevin Owens, he does really good in the ring. He knows how to sell the moves really well, and I think maybe in a year or so, but I don't think this will be the last.
No.
Yeah, the match itself, we all know Roman Reigns ended up winning. Yep. But yeah, Kevin Owens took it to him. There's many times I thought, hey, maybe we're going to see a Sami Zayn turn. Maybe he's going to help out Kevin Owens. Maybe he's going to stick with the bloodline, help Roman out, win the match. But no, great match. Again, you know, the match itself didn't build off to anything except for what happened at the end here. So
yeah.
So at the end, of course, we all know Roman Reigns wins, and then the bloodline came out of nowhere. I don't know if they're sitting front row or what, or got a jet in there, but they show some highlights and boom, the bloodline's all in there.
Yep.
So that's setting up. Everybody's waiting for it, and the bloodline takes over and takes care of KO. Roman Reigns is kind of consoling Sammy back and just telling him to wait. Then they lock him up with the handcuffs on the ropes. They hand him
Sammy.
No, they handed Roman got the chair first. Then there was a couple more super kicks from the Usos, and then as Roman was getting ready to, send KO to wherever he was going to send him to with the hit, Sami Zayn jumps in. So then we got Sami Zayn and Roman talking, and Roman's like, "Yeah, you're right. This is not me." So he hands Sammy the chair and tells Sammy to do it.
Yep.
And Sammy is trying not to, and then finally Roman gets in his face, pushes him around. And of course, Roman turns his back, getting ready to do something to Sam.
Big mistake there.
KO, and then that's where Sami Zayn finally turned.
Pulls a Seth Rollins from 2014.
Yep.
Shield
and then, of course,
shot to the back. Yep.
And then, of course, Solo and Jimmy attack Sammy, and then Roman gets up and attacks him. And then everybody's waiting, and Jay walks out.
He just says, "I want no part of this." He
didn't want no part of it. So, Chris, what did you think of how they handled the heel turn?
Oh man, I thought
they handled. I guess for Sammy.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean they handled it pretty well. I think I don't know if you'd end it any other way. I'm not sure about that. Maybe there is some other way, but I think you did a good job.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this is going to set up a chamber match.
Yep.
For the for either both or one of the championships. In Sami Zayn's hometown, home country. So
Montreal, Canada.
Yep.
Chrissy, what did you think of the ending?
Shocking to see Sami do what Seth Rollins did all those years ago, breaking up the Shield, and then Jay rolling out, wanting no part of this. I mean, as soon as he started walking up the ramp, you could hear the crowd telling him, "We got your back, Goose," letting Jay know that they got his back.
Yep.
And just Sami just basically got beat senseless. And Roman said it best. He said, "We're at war now." They are at war.
Yeah. So
would have been better for War Games.
That's true.
Yeah. So here's how I would have done it. I mean, I like the fact. Okay, you handcuff KO. Roman's got the chair. He passes it off to Sami. Cool. We all knew. I think we all had a feeling Sami was going to hit Roman.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved for it to been he goes to swing at Owens and then does a 360 and just clobbers Roman right in the face. I think that would have been something. And then Sami leaving.
Oh,
because everybody's gonna be in shock. Sami leaves. That's how I think it should have ended.
Yeah.
Mess around, Dave. How you doing, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing okay. So we went over the card. Give us your breakdown of the Royal Rumble.
Man, the Royal Rumble sucked.
Really?
Sucked.
Even the women's Royal Rumble match?
It was the worst Rumble. I was so disappointed with it. I mean, to me, it almost felt like Vince was running things again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my take ain't too far off then. I mean, I thought the action was good, but I just thought the card itself outside the main event was incomplete. So
exactly. I mean, even the Pitch Black match felt rushed. The Liv Morgan, the Alexa Bliss, Belair was rushed. I get it. The Rumbles last longer. They have to make those matches kind of short. But if you're gonna have a Pitch Black match, you need to do that somewhere else where you can run it as long as it needs to go, instead of doing it during the Rumble, where the Rumble is the main attraction.
Yep.
So, it could have been a cinematic match, as far as I'm concerned. If
that's what I thought was going to happen. Like put him in a dark room or something, and
the best part about the whole thing was Sami Zayn turning on Roman and then Jay walking out of the Bloodline as well. That was the best part of the whole Rumble.
Yeah,
and I heard someone say it actually saved the Rumble. Actually, the whole Sami hitting Roman and pulling a Seth Rollins from 2014.
Like I said, I would have rather seen Sami just clock him right in his face. I think it would have been better than Sami just walking out because everybody's shocked. And then that could start something up. So
So if that had happened, then the crowd would have been.
So, Dave, what was your grade on the Rumble before the main event?
Before the main event, it was F.
Okay, and then what was your grade? What was your grade with the main event?
The main event was A+.
Yeah. Chrissy, what was your grade for the main event?
Definitely A+.
Mm-hmm.
Chris?
Definitely A+. I think we were all waiting for it on the show. It's like, do it. Just
Just like whack him a good one.
Yeah, they did this
hit him in the back
really
or hit him in the face. I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah. No, I think they did this match. I think this match could have been an A+ if Owens would have won and Sami turned on him during the match, or A+ like how they had it. But so we'll
win-win
see where it
situation.
goes.
I think
we'll see where it goes from there. So, we watched Raw. So, guys, what's your thoughts on the first Raw after the Rumble here, Chris?
No, it was a good Raw after the Rumble. We had a couple returns, a couple matches already set, a couple matches that are not yet set but are looking towards that. But other than that, it was a good Raw after Mania, or not Mania, after Rumble.
So they're setting up the Elimination Chamber as the next one. So we're gonna have a U.S. title Elimination Chamber. We're gonna have a women's #1 contender match for Belair's title.
Yep.
Which we already got 4 participants in that one, which were the last 4 left in the Ladies Royal Rumble.
Makes sense. They
Yeah,
just got to determine those last 2 spots.
Yeah. So, Chrissy, what do you think of the? What did you think of Raw?
Not a bad show. I mean, Cody cutting his first promo on Roman, and then Rhea choosing Charlotte to go up against it Mania. That was pretty good. Cody versus Finn Balor. I was like, have these two faced off against each other before when they were in New Japan? And then I had to realize they were in New Japan at separate times.
Yeah.
But this was, I guess you could say this was kind of a dream match a little bit. And it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mess around. What you think of Raw?
Raw was better than Rumble. I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
I like the Seth and Gable match. Gable, every time I see him, just that guy's impressive. He can really wrestle. He's really underrated.
He's good. He's real good.
Shush, I'm talking.
Shush.
Thank you. And then Rhea really threw a swerve. I thought she was going to go out to Belair because of Judgment Day on Raw. Because if she ended up winning that title, she has to go to SmackDown.
Right.
And that takes her out of Judgment Day, which will probably be good because then they won't win as many matches because of her.
Well, that or else they move Judgment Day to SmackDown, which I can see them doing.
So that could be happen too.
That's what they're thinking of because of Rey Mysterio being over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, Raw, was good. You got Rhea. That Rhea Charlotte rematch is going to be good. You got
first
Belair.
Women's rematch for Mania.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got the match. You got it's set up now. Becky versus Bayley in a cage match. Hopefully that actually happens this time.
Me too.
Yeah, thanks, Roman.
It will. The only reason it didn't happen last time is because that tribal court took so long, so they had to.
So it will happen.
Had to cut it short. Yeah. So it should be the main event of next week's Raw.
And I have a feeling we're going to get at least a mixed tag match, I think, out of this with Edge and Beth versus some combination of Judgment Day.
Right.
Maybe.
Or Rhea and either Dominic, Damian Priest, or Finn Balor.
I was surprised at one signing.
What?
Rick Boogs. I thought he'd be back on SmackDown.
It's good to see him back, though.
And I'm surprised that they actually put him up against The Miz and let The Miz take the fall for it.
Pretty much got squashed, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of shocked me. I'm not the biggest Miz fan, but and I know Miz is going to do what's best for business. But I just kind of
I like Boogs. I just don't like his character. He's just like so stupid. He's like dancing around like a freaking moron. Come up with something better. Change his gimmick. Give him something better than acting like a.
And David,
he kind of did. He kind of did.
I really thought that when he came back, he was going to have some kind of different gimmick. I don't know what it would have been, but he came out pretty much in the same gimmick as he left with. So, I'm kind of shocked.
Mine is Shinsuke.
Yeah, mine is electric guitar, too.
Yeah, is Shinsuke hurt?
I don't know.
I thought so.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he wasn't at the Rumble either, so.
No, he wasn't. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So, outside of that, guys, Dave, you got anything you want to throw out there?
Oh, gosh. I did read that the reason that Jay walked out was because he was jealous because he wanted to be the one to turn on Reigns.
Oh, really?
It's a fan thing. It's a fan theory. I'm not sure if it's totally true, but a fan theory on one of the wrestling sites I'm in. They think Jay shows because Jay didn't want to originally be in the Bloodline. If you remember, he was forced because he had to save Jimmy.
Yeah.
I remember that. If you see Jay's post on Instagram, it says "I'm out."
I'm
with
out.
a little blood drop. Yeah. So basically, it started because he wanted to save Jimmy. Now he's like, I've had enough. I'm done.
And then Sami Zayn threw away his like bloodline memorabilia, and he signed pictures and
garbage can.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to kind of be interesting too because last week on Raw,
into it.
Jimmy got hurt, and Sami filled in for him, so he won the tag titles with Jay. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they roll off of that.
That's what somebody else was saying too. Was like, they're like, how does that work? Because technically, Sami and Jay are champions right now.
Yeah, so
it's
interesting to see how.
No, I mean, Sami took Jimmy's place in the match and helped the Usos retain.
Oh yeah,
so technically, Jimmy and Jay are still tag team champions until otherwise said.
Yeah.
Well, they still have.
And also, I heard we're getting Reigns and Sami at the Elimination Chamber.
That's
that's what I
would guess that will be set up here come Friday.
Right.
Yeah, and they're still
and everybody's saying
that
they're ruining this story, the Bloodline story, because everybody thinks it should end with Sami being the one to defeat Reigns for the titles.
Nope.
It should.
Which I agree with. It should be.
It will end up invalidating Cody's victory at the Rumble, and Cody's already cut his first promo on Roman, so
not necessarily.
You
could put up one title.
Yeah, I could see something happening.
And then have Reigns bring it, take it back close to Mania. Then you still have 2 titles if you want that.
Well, I think we're gonna get Ace's prediction here, where they're gonna somehow split the titles, where and it could be happening at Elimination Chamber, where let's say Sami does win, if it's a title match, he goes to grab both titles, and Pierce or Heyman come out and say, nope, it was only for this title. This is the title you get. So,
well, there's also rumor that Mania is going to have Roman on both nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, as of right now, they should. I mean, because we all know that Raw wants, or USA wants Raw to have a title. So
yes, they've been wanting it for months.
Yeah, they need to split up those titles. I was against it.
And there's one.
I was never for it.
No.
I was now it's kind of silly, but
yeah.
Well, the thing is
it felt so pointless, though.
If you're gonna merge the titles, fine. But if you're gonna call him Universal Champion, but yet have both belts, then you gotta take one off.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that, I say do that temporarily and have a new belt. And that was the rumor for months.
Yeah,
and it never happened because Roman kept walking out with both belts.
Well, Cody has hinted that when and if he wins, he's going to have a old school feel to the belt. So we'll see.
Yeah, he wants to bring back the Eagle belt. Yeah,
that's what I heard too.
That's not bad though.
Because that's the one his dad wanted.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a nostalgia thing. Which I don't blame him for. It would be cool, though.
I gotta say too, Raw. Dominic's mic skills, and granted, I know the promo was probably written for him, but to have him attack Rose's family, the father, and stuff like that, I think was kind of nice. I guess easy way to put it.
I don't know if it's nice for the family, but
probably not.
Even though they probably got in advance notice about it, but
right.
So.
Whatever.
No, Dominic's skills on the mic have improved, but his in-ring stuff really needs to
he needs to go away for a while, no doubt. And you guys know that. You guys know since Dominic's been on there that I've said, "Hey, give this guy a chance. He's gonna get it. He's got the teachers." I mean, he's getting better, but he's still missing. He's still missing.
I swear this prison gimmick he's doing is so stupid. It just makes me cringe. not into it. I'm like, dude, you are an incredibly sheltered child here. You've never seen the inside of a jail cell in your life, so don't act like you know what it's like when you really honestly do not.
Well, the dumb thing is like he went to prison. Okay, if you went to real prison, you'd been there more than a day. Nobody goes to prison for a day.
What,
exactly.
3 hours, they said, I think.
Yeah, about 3 hours, and then he's acting like he was there for like 5 years or something.
It's kind of funny. I think I really.
It is funny, but you know what happens in the yard, bro. You know what happens in the yard.
Yeah. So I heard what he said to Cody. He said, Cody, you put your hands on me, and if you did that in prison, you'd be in trouble. And I'm like,
right.
Shut up, Dominic. Holy crap.
No, that is kind of funny, but it'll be interesting to see how long they keep this gimmick going.
I don't see it lasting too long, but that's just me.
I think it's kind of giving him an edge. I mean, honestly, it's made him a little better on the mic with this whole gimmick, and who knows? Maybe he's not going to keep it forever, obviously, but
no.
Yeah. I just think it's dumb, bro. You didn't go to prison. Nobody goes to prison for one day.
Yeah, and I have a feeling we are going to get the Ray Dominic match here at Mania.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yes.
Do you think there'll be some kind of stipulation, like I don't know.
It's going to be a retirement match.
Yeah.
No, I mean like that could be it, but I mean like a cage match. Something along those lines. No disqualification.
Well, because I read the only reason that Ray said he'd ever fight his son and wrestle his son is if he was a retirement match for him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's gonna be a retirement match.
Yeah,
it might even be Ray's mask retirement match. So Dominic wins, he gets the mask.
Right.
Oh, like a ladder match almost.
Kind of.
Yeah. So outside of that, guys, I have nothing else. Chris, you got anything? Christy, one of you two?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead.
There's questions about who could join the Bloodline. Now we had Tamina. You don't know? You don't think?
No. They don't need nobody.
No, they're good.
Oh wait, you said Bloodline?
Yeah.
Bloodline. Yeah, he said Bloodline.
Now that they're splitting up, I don't think nobody. I really don't.
I don't think the whole group is splitting up.
But no, I think it's like Jay's breaking away, and of course we know what's going on with Sammy. So
yeah.
I mean, if you put somebody in there,
I think Roman's going to find a way to reel.
What's that?
Roman's going to find a way to reel Jay back in and be like, dude, your family, come on. They're not going to split up until Mania, I don't think, at least until after. And I did have something.
Belts, probably.
But again, I mean, unless they get Naomi back, that's the only one that's going to fit in the Bloodline.
Yeah, I doubt she's coming back.
You do Nia.
You do Nia. You do the Rock's daughter.
Yeah, the Rock's daughter. If you know how well she's doing in NXT.
Tamina.
No, she's doing her thing in NXT with her faction, the Schism. So I don't think she's interested in that sort of thing.
Tamina's Snuka's daughter, right?
Yeah, Tamina's Snuka's daughter.
Yes. Yeah, she's also part of that.
NXT. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Naomi, I don't see coming back because she did tweet "I love you all" on Twitter about maybe an hour or so before the Rumble, and I was thinking we were going to see her, but when I never saw her, I was like, you know what, this is going to be just like Sasha. She's not coming back.
What's shocking? I just
eventually everybody comes back. Eventually they're gonna come back. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but eventually everybody comes back.
Speaking of The Rock, The Rock's mom was in attendance at the press conference.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, she was there with his family.
Yeah, I was like, what is she doing there?
I would almost bet The Rock was backstage or in a suite or something.
And that day he was in Texas. The Rock was in Texas that day. So
the only reason I would think he was in Texas is because with the Rumble being in San Antonio and the XFL having a San Antonio team, he was probably there to check out their practices and stuff.
Well,
that's probably exactly why he was there.
Well, Dallas had a morning practice, like a
the Arlington Renegades,
so he
might have been there and then flew into San Antonio later.
Is he like the owner of the XFL?
Yeah, he's the owner.
He's part owner.
He's co-owner with his ex-wife.
Along with
ex-wife
/business manager /best friend. Yeah, her name is actually on the XFL football. That's really cool.
Yeah, because she's, I think, commissioner or something.
Chairwoman.
She's
a chairwoman.
I got a question for y'all.
So I actually do have a question.
I got a question for y'all.
What's that? Go ahead.
What was your favorite part of the Rumble? Men or women's? The match itself, not any of the actors.
The Logan Paul Ricochet clothesline.
Yes.
That mid-air collision was the bomb.
That was my favorite too.
Yeah.
I did read that Bully Ray said that Cody ruined it though.
Yeah.
Because Cody
picked up that perfectly.
Cody picked up Ricochet and tried to throw him out. The Bully Ray said that he should have let him sit there a little bit longer to sell it better.
Yep.
Well, Bully Ray needs to shut up.
And the women's side, the coolest part I think was Michelle McCool coming out of the crowd.
Coming out of the crowd.
I'm coming out.
She's revealing she's in her gear.
Yeah.
She revealed she was in her gear and everything, and she was ready to go.
Well, it's like she was in a dress or something.
What do you think of Booker T being in it?
I was okay with it.
Can you dig it, sucker? Love it.
I mean, there's always a couple, and that was going to bring my comment up. Does WWE need to stop using legends in big main event, or I should say main event, big pay-per-views?
I think so. I mean, if you're going to use them, let them stay in there longer. Booker T was in there like a minute or so before he got thrown out. He wasn't even in there that long. If they did it right with Michelle, she was in there forever.
Yeah. But I just think that you got a big enough roster. You don't need these legends taking spots, and not just in the Rumble, but like main event or Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, stuff like that.
There was rumors
unless you're going to build it up. Unless you're going to build it up, I think.
Yeah.
There was rumors that Wade Barrett was supposed to be in it too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too, because I'm like, when the match started, I was like, okay.
And I actually thought McAfee was going to be in it when he came out. I thought they were going to do
McAfee was going to be there, but
so
when the pay-per-view started, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. They got Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Where's Wade Barrett?
Yeah.
Right.
And then let's go.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was my favorite part of the Rumble. My favorite whole part of McAfee coming out.
Oh yeah, McAfee coming back was
And I think you're gonna see this is I don't know if this is true, but they're probably setting up Corey. Maybe not a match per se, but like Corey versus Pat showdown. You pick a wrestler, whichever wrestler wins.
Yeah,
get bragging rights.
Corey Cole's clear to wrestle, he just doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to. He's been out of it for too long, and he's been doing commentary for a long time.
So unless they change his mind, he's not going to wrestle.
Right.
Well, when you got we'll give you a bigger payday if you get back in the ring.
Good night, love you. When you have a sweet gig like he does, and he doesn't have to worry about getting hurt or anything, and a hot wife like he does.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, he returned too. He returned.
Yeah, and came face to face with Asuka, and she's like, "Oh God."
Well, yeah.
When Asuka smiled at her. No, she wasn't in the Rumble. She was on Raw.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that on Raw then.
No, it's all right.
Oh, I got a new favorite girl, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Well, not a favorite, but a top 5.
No.
Chelsea Green.
Who is it?
Chelsea Green.
Oh,
Chelsea
come
Green.
on.
Come on.
She's hot.
She only lasted about 2 seconds, and she gets in, she's thrown out.
I don't care.
And she starts screaming. I'm like,
all right. So that means we're coming up to that hour, so we'll go around.
As long as I last with her.
All right, Chrissy, final thoughts.
Who, me?
Oh, God.
Chrissy.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's been a fun show like always, and always love talking about wrestling. And Road to WrestleMania is going to be hopefully interesting.
Yep.
Don't know what's going to happen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chris, how about you?
We're on the road to WrestleMania. I'm sure The Miz will be in there. Probably some Hollywood actors and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a fun ride. Can't wait.
Oh, WrestleMania.
Final thoughts, Mr. Allen.
Final thoughts? Yeah, I just felt like Vince was running things in Rumble. It was bad. Hopefully he's not running things and it was just a bad night, bad deal for Trips. I hope that WrestleMania is better than Rumble. Because honestly, Rumble is one of my favorite events of the year, and I'm just so disappointed with this one. That's all I got.
All right. So, yeah, Roll to WrestleMania begins. We'll start seeing some Hall of Fame nominations coming up, and Elimination Chambers next. So, with that being said, I'm Big B, Crispy Bacon, Christy, and Messerelm. I want to thank you for joining, and check us out next Tuesday for another edition of Between the Ropes. Have a good one.
Good night.